Thanksgiving meal for some special people this Sunday. Channel 10's Jennifer Madden has more on the second annual Thanksgiving Festival.
Tomato in Fort Lee will be opening its doors to the homeless throughout New Jersey. The restaurant, along with Tomino's Trucking Company and many other sponsors, is hosting the second annual Thanksgiving Festival. Restaurant owners Carmela and Vince Giambona and their friends say they are hoping to give those less fortunate a Thanksgiving to remember.
We have a whole menu planned out. There's about 5 different seatings. We have donations from all various people, and we're just going to feed them and give as many things as we can.
For the children, we have people donating a lot of activities for the children. We will be having clowns and magicians. A lot of people are putting in their time on that day to spend time with the children. We're going to be doing face painting, and we want it to be a great big birthday party for them because they rarely get to go to them. So we want to make it as pleasant for them as we can.
The sponsors of the second annual Thanksgiving Festival are doing everything they can to make sure that this Sunday's event is a special one for all the families. However, they need you to make it even better.
And we'd be happy to serve as a drop-off point for all the clothes and toys that the people have been giving.
So when are you making it available for people to come down and drop off the toys?
24 hours a day at the Fort Lee Police Detective Unit. They'll drop it off, and we then send the clothes to Tomino's Towing. They send the truck over to us to pick them all up, and they'll be available for the children on Thanksgiving.
What we're hoping really is that other restaurants around the county will follow her lead, and throughout the year we'll set aside a Sunday to give thanks and to have Thanksgiving, for example, Thanksgiving in July and Thanksgiving in April, to promote really helping other people that are in need.
You can drop off your non-perishable items until November 14th at the Fort Lee Police Department, the Bergen News in Palisades Park, and Tomino's Trucking in Teaneck. Reporting from Fort Lee, this is Jennifer Madden for Time Warner Cable, Channel 10 News.
And still to come tonight as the news continues, Brian DiNovellis will have...
Travelers get back on a regular schedule. And now it's time for some good news. We're talking about the kinds of stories you've been asking to hear more often. Tonight's good news begins with a move to a new school for hundreds of girls.
Leaders of the Lubavitch community call the new school a symbol of urban renewal. Hundreds of homeless people from shelters in Newark, Patterson, and Hackensack were brought to the Big Red Tomato restaurant in Fort Lee this afternoon. They were given nutritious meals as well as clothing and toys to brighten up their holiday season.
We got a truckload of stuff. Everybody worked all night long to collect everything.
Organizers of this pre-Thanksgiving program hope the meals, toys, and clothing will make it a happier holiday season for all of the recipients. And look who showed up at Macy's Herald Square today.
Well, you've been a little naughty this year.
Association's Tobacco Vending Committee says the ban would put out their business unconstitutionally. They estimate revenue loss at about $2.1 billion. The group questions whether Congress has the right to take property without compensation. Fort Lee's Big Red Tomato restaurant was the scene yesterday for the second annual Thanksgiving Festival, where volunteers got a warm feeling while working to feed and clothe some needy area youngsters. Jennifer Madden with more.
About 250 homeless children and parents from 4 area shelters were treated to a little fun and a big Thanksgiving meal thanks to the generosity of several local businesses, including the Big Red Tomato restaurant of Fort Lee and Tomino's Towing.
The first thing is the date, and then everything goes on from there. People just contribute. It's amazing how people are so willing to give. As you can see how many volunteers we have here. Everyone has been wonderful. I want to say special thanks to Danny, our chef, right here standing next to me, who cooked all the food. Without him, we couldn't do it. And also to all the good people, the Senator, Jack Ziza, who's a tremendous help to us, and all the sponsors that are involved in donating.
Senator Frank Lautenberg and Hackensack Mayor Jack Ziza were on hand to help out. The senator had high praise for all the volunteers.
You know, I come here as a customer, and I really like the place. They're a wonderful family, they're hardworking, they're conscientious, and the food is good. But for them to do this in celebration of their good fortune, which is what they're saying, we've done well, we want to give something back. I've talked to people who are poverty-stricken. They really appreciate it. You see, it's a family atmosphere. It's wonderful. I love it, and I'm glad to be here. I volunteered. So far, I volunteered to eat. I haven't yet done any work.
We have about 40 volunteers at each seating. 20 of them are here for the whole day. The other 20 are in and out. So about 100 volunteers in and out throughout the day, and I'm probably not counting them all. It's unbelievable.
5 seatings of needy people were bussed into the restaurant from the shelters. The children and parents enjoyed some ice cream and some fun activities, and later received donations of a truckload of clothing and sundry items collected over the past month. Senator Lautenberg spoke with several needy people and was touched by their situations.
They're talking about their personal problems, which they have. I mean, you see some beautiful children here, and I'm of the mind, perhaps it's my grandfather's position. When I see a child, I always look favorably at that child. I don't care what the religion or what the racial or the ethnic background. They're children, and they're our children. They're part of America's children. And they talk their worry about their kids and how they take care of them. And they're here trying to unburden some of their problems because they have a chance to do something positive. So they talk to me. A lot of them aren't really familiar with what I do. When I explain it to them, they say, well, we hope that you can help us, and we want to try to help.
These children here are a blessing, and they need help. So why can't we stop one day out of the year and just give thanks? Isn't that what Thanksgiving is all about?
The organizers of the second annual event hope that next year's will be even more successful. Reporting from Fort Lee, this is Jennifer Madden for Time Warner Cable, Channel 10 News.
Results from a September cancer study, environmental risks and cleanup procedures of the Mayfund Superfund site